Hi, everybody. It's time to shine with Shay Anthony. Today is our 30-day devotional. I haven't been consecutive with it. I'm just building it as I go and what the Lord is putting on my heart. Today, I wanted you to take the time to share if you could. Join in the conversation. I'm just sharing my heart. I would love to know your thoughts on these topics. Um, there's lots of different ways of interpreting things and different walks that we're going through. And I just think it's important to have many perspectives. I've taken a few days off. I just wasn't feeling well. And one of my mentors said, why I'm doing the give yourself permission, she said, give yourself permission to rest. And that was so good. And to say no. And so for a few days, I just took a break. But I just wanted to be honest that, sometimes it is okay to not be okay. We're giving ourselves permission to not be okay. I have been struggling, and in the past, I would have let that be a source of depression that I was struggling, that I wasn't walking in amazing full healness and everything working perfectly. And I struggled. I would walk through, am I sinning? Is my faith not strong enough? And it was something the Lord gave me even in this downtime of just taking a moment to rest. He says in 2 Corinthians 12:9, He said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is perfected in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly in my weakness so that the power of Christ may rest on me. It's amazing that even in our weakness, God can do so much. And in that is our testimony. I can walk in fullness of joy. I can have peace. I can be strengthened and encouraged and just rest in Him, and His grace is on me. And He is enough, even in the midst of things. He meets me in the quiet place. In that place of rest, He meets me there. He ministers to my heart. He gives me revelation. I don't believe personally that God makes me ill or makes me struggle, but when I do struggle, He is always faithful to show up. In my weakness, He shows up and He makes me strong. I can rise up. I can do the things that I'm called to do because He makes me strong. He gives me permission to rest. He gives me permission to say it's not okay. That's when I can lean on Him the most. So, just want to encourage you today that it's okay to not be okay. In John 16:33, it says, I have said these things to you that in you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart. I have come to overcome the world. Take heart, I have overcome the world. So in this world, I'm human. I have flesh emotions. I have flesh moments. I get sick. I struggle. But He has come to overcome that. I do have the trials. I do walk through them. But when He's faithful to show up, that's part of the testimony. When I had cancer, He was faithful to show up. When I struggled with depression, He was faithful to show up. When I had struggled as a young mom and anger and frustration, He was faithful to show up. And I'm believing that He will be a restorative God of all of those things that have been slowed down and taken away when I wasn't doing well. He is a restorative God. In my trials and troubles, He makes a way. He shows up. All the glory to Him and not of myself. When God shows up and you see what He's doing in another's life, even in the midst of their trials, their troubles, the pain, when He shows up, it's clearly Him. It's not something that I could do in my own power. In my own power, I could walk around in joy when I have all of these trials in front of me. God is so faithful. And just I've walked the seasons without Him and I've walked the seasons with Him. And I could tell you the seasons without the Lord have been so much harder than when I walk with Him and standing on those truths. So that is my message for today. Give yourself permission to not be okay. Don't look at what your struggles are going through, but lean on to the strength of the Father. Lean on to the strength of God. He is our strength when we feel weak. I will be live tonight with Time with Shay Anthony, with Dan Anthony, as we talk about what were we going to talk about? God will make a way. When we have We have been through the fire and God has made a way. There's also seasons and timings and knowing when it's time for God to move and when we are supposed to rest. So join us tonight at Time with Shay Anthony, 5:30. The great thing is Dan doesn't even know he's going to be my guest yet. I was just uh, actually going to do a replay because I haven't been feeling well, and as this word came up and about, things just stirred up in my heart. And my husband is a strong man of faith, and I have leaned on him many times, leaned on his strength and understanding of the word, and I just know that he will have an encouraging word. So join us tonight, Time to Shine, 5:30 p.m. with Dan. If you would like to be a guest on Time to Shine, contact me at timetoshinewithsa@gmail.com. So again, remember, it is okay to not be okay. 2 Corinthians 12:9, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is perfected in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly in my weakness, so that the power of Christ may rest on me. Let the power of Christ rest on you today. Be blessed. I just pray for strength and encouragement, and that you walk in a day full of joy and blessing and strength and grace. I pray that if you're in a trial, that you're able to rest and rely on His grace, for it is sufficient for thee. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday.